Hello and welcome to a new UiCore video tutorial. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the composite blocks inside the UiCore blocks, what they are, how they work, and when you'll want to use them. So what are composite blocks? Well, think of them as pre-built structures made from multiple basic elements, things like icons, headings, paragraphs, and buttons, all grouped together so they work as one unit. You'll see a few common types here: lists, grids, accordions, and galleries. Some of these, like icon lists or grids, repeat a layout pattern. You add one item and it automatically follows the same style. Others, like icon cards, testimonials, or newsletter blocks, are more like standalone components, complete mini sections that you can drop straight into your design and start customizing right away. And why use composite blocks in the first place? The main benefit is that everything is already organized and synchronized. When you add a new item, it automatically follows the same layout and styling rules. You don't need to worry about spacing, alignment, or recreating the structure. It stays consistent by default. It's basically a ready-made layout that saves you from having to build the same setup over and over again. Instead of adding containers and arranging elements manually, you can focus on adjusting the content and fine-tuning the design to fit your page. Now, let's take a look at how composite blocks actually work. I'll start with the text list block. Here, all the items are grouped together and stay perfectly in sync. Each item is just a paragraph, but they all share the same styling. So if I change the color or spacing for one, the update automatically applies to all the others. No need to edit them one by one. The testimonial card grid works in a similar way. It's made up of several repeating cards, and each card includes smaller elements, things like the avatar, rating stars, author name, and text. From the settings panel, you can switch between different layouts or show and hide certain parts globally. For example, you can decide to display the avatar and author name and text, but hide the rating stars, and that change applies across the entire grid. Alright, now let's see how you can select and edit the elements inside these blocks. First, the most intuitive method: simply click directly on the element you want to edit. Unlike other builders where settings are squeezed into a single sidebar, here you can select any element, for example, just the avatar inside a testimonial card, and its specific settings will appear on the right. You can even animate that single element how you like without affecting the other elements of the block. For example, let's add a small translate effect to this testimonial avatar. If I also want this animation to trigger when I hover over the entire card, not just the avatar, I'll enable the inherit hover option. The second method is through the block breadcrumb, located at the top of the Settings tab. This shows your current position within the block, allowing you to move up the hierarchy to select parent elements. You can also access the same hierarchy from the toolbar, where it's displayed in a document-style overview similar to the structure panel in Gutenberg, making it easier to see all nested elements. The icon card block is a good example of how composite blocks group different elements together and keep them in sync. Depending on which layout you select, certain elements are wrapped and synchronized automatically. For instance, in Layout 2, the icon is grouped together with the title. In Layout 3, the title is grouped with the paragraph and the button, if that's part of your design. This setup gives you a variety of layout combinations without needing to rebuild the structure yourself. Now, some elements, like the text or the icon itself, are desynchronized for content. That means you can freely change the text or replace the icon on each card individually. However, the styling, things like color, border, and spacing, remains synchronized across the entire block. So, for example, if I change the icon color here, or add a border around one card, the same style will be applied automatically to all cards in the grid. If you need to add or reorder items, you can do that directly from the Settings panel. And for a faster workflow, you can also use the toolbar at the top. Just click the plus icon to add a new item right away. So, when should you switch to advanced blocks? Only a limited set of properties are desynchronized in composite blocks. If you ever need complete freedom, the ability to partially or fully desynchronize, delete, reposition, or add any kind of element, you can convert the composite block into an advanced block. That gives you full control over every part of the layout, but we'll explore that process in detail in the next video. And that's pretty much how composite blocks work. In this video, we focused mostly on card-based blocks, but the same logic applies to other composite elements like accordions and carousels. The only difference is that those include their own specific behaviors, such as reveal or slide effects, which can be customized in exactly the same way. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.